something here.
You bastard.
So, what made you choose Alex?
Alex was recommended to me, came to Stratford-upon-Avon to work, and I asked for a few names, and I did a few sessions with 2 or 3 different trainers, and Alex was the one that was the cheapest. I'm joking. Alex was the one I felt suited me best. I've trained in America, I've trained in Australia, I've trained in London, I've trained in Manchester with personal trainers, and he's as good as anybody I've ever trained with. I think sometimes it's about chemistry between a PT trainer and a client. It was clear when I trained with Alex that he had enough clients. So to a certain extent, he was trying to make a decision whether he wanted to train with me, and I think he took me on because he realised that I understood he can't do the work for me. What I found with Alex is the harder I work is the more I get out of the sessions. I think a lot of people think the trainers do it for you. The harder I push myself, the more he uses his imagination and throws different routines at me to shock my body. So it's a mental engagement with the training, which he's good at reading people. He's good socially, and I've seen the passover when somebody turns up after my session or before, and his focus goes entirely on that person. So I think he enjoys his work. I think it's a passion for him, and he's in good shape himself, not as good shape as me obviously. It's the way he earns his living, but I think he loves what he does.
Why did you choose a personal trainer?
I'm an actor, so I'm selling myself. So in a sense, even though I am vain, it's an investment in my career because I'm getting older, and I think it gives me more career opportunities if I look in decent shape. Also, I'm a much older father, became a father when I was 49 and 50, and I have a responsibility to my children to stay healthy, because when they're teenagers I'm going to be in my 70s. Also, I think my training helps me a great deal with mental health. Mental health issues. Also, as an actor, I experience periods of unemployment, so it gives me something to focus on, which I feel is contributing to my career even though I'm not working.
What have you achieved since you've been training with Alex?
I think I finally, and this was something he couldn't help me with, he could only advise me with and push me on, was I've got my eating together. He pushed me to do that, kept advising me, and said, a lot of the work is done in the kitchen really, in terms of what you put into your body. And what I've achieved is I've managed to start eating healthily, and I've seen a massive improvement in my performance in the hour that I work, and consequently I look better, my skin's better, my hair's better, and I get more out of the sessions because it's an investment. It's a lot, you pay a lot for a PT session, so I like to maximise what I get out of the session, and I've found that food has helped that. I'm more flexible than I was. I've been carrying a couple of injuries, so as well as training me, he's been doing some rehab on my rotator cuff, which I've got a major issue with. And I was very badly injured during the time that I was training with Alex, and I could kind of not really move that much, but I kept working, I kept coming, and that was important as well, that he could deal with what I brought to him, which was quite an injured fella. And since then we've built up and strengthened the area. Describe
Alex as a trainer. 100% honest.
He's relaxed, which I think is important. He's very focused. Even if you lose your focus, he'll often comment on mood. He'll clock what my mood's like, what my energy levels are like, and by making you aware of it, by reflecting it back to you, it makes you consider it and shed it. If you come in with things on your mind, he's good at reminding you why you're here, that you're here to work, and consequently you lose some of their baggage. What I like about it most of all is the variety. No session is the same. He seems to respond to what he sees in front of him. He can see a weakness and he'll train on that. There's a fluidity to the way he moves you around from each exercise, and a good sense of humour, and punctual. And you get a sense with Alex that he knows you've paid a reasonable amount of money, and he honours that, and he's straightforward and honest, and not very good looking, which I like in a personal trainer. I don't want my personal trainer to be good looking, and he isn't.
What would you say to somebody who's considering of training with Alex?
Well, first of all, he's got to decide whether he wants to train you. I think he's doing well. He's got a lot of clients at the moment. I would definitely recommend him highly. I think you will get out of it as much as you put in, and you'll end up with a good friend and somebody who's technically and socially very adept at helping you improve yourself.